We can all just fall apart. We can live, we can love, yes, we can spark. We can give, we can know, we can die together. The conversation, the separation, the overlooked $1 million violations. It's time to forget, to hit reset. Desire your never forget about the presets. The whole nothing back, burn up your last sack. The picture hangs on the wall by a single tack. I live the life of love, I live the life I live. If it's not today, do it all again because we can all just fall apart. We can live, we can love, yes, we can spark. We can give, we can know, we can shine together.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Choose your command. You have chosen
the Face-Off Hockey Show.
I mean, hockey is my life. I've got on hockey underwear right now.
The Face-Off Hockey Show. With Scotty Waz. Sean O.
breakaway.
And the P-Boys, Johnny and Mark with the C.
Yeah, baby.
Here's your host for the Face-Off Hockey Show, Scotty Waz.
Well, where's Scotty Waz? Well, we don't know where Scotty Waz is. So, you get us instead. It looks like it's the Mark and Johnny show, which
It is. It's true.
which hasn't happened in quite a while. So,
No.
I guess I should bring up the rundown that Scotty made, huh?
Well, I mean, the beginning of the show is just BS anyway. So
That's true. That's all it usually says. So, welcome to the October 1st edition of the Face Off Hockey Show.
we should start a hashtag that says it is October now.
It is now October.
Yes.
Welcome to October, everyone. Are you happy now? Are you happy? It is October.
Are you happy?
Good no doubt drop.
Thanks.
That's old school.
It
So
is,
yes.
isn't it? And it's not one of the No Doubt songs that people would know, really.
No. That's the only reason why I know that is because I recently re-downloaded the album. I probably wouldn't have caught that unless I recently
You
re-downloaded
didn't have
the
to
album.
pay for it, did you?
I actually did wind up paying $5
What?
because I don't
Oh.
know where the original disc is. I only have a couple.
I have an original disc of Tragic Kingdom at my house.
Oh, nice. It
Yeah,
looks
I
like we
bought it
both
every day, though.
rebought it.
Yep.
Very nice.
True.
We are only a few short days away from real hockey. I don't know which day that is. I should. Let me look that up too. But we have
It
we have
might be next
preseason.
Wednesday.
We have preseason hockey. Yes, next Wednesday hockey is back. We got Philly and Boston, San Jose and LA as the kickoff shows or kickoff games for the 2014-2015 season.
Who is doing the intro this year? Do they have somebody new to sing the intro, like Sunday Night Football?
I don't know. And NHL.com does not have an article on who's singing their intro song.
I guess football it's a lot bigger deal.
Yeah. By the way, according to the NHL website, the EA Sports video game, NHL 15, I don't know if you've ever heard of it,
I have not.
has simulated that the Kings are going to win the Stanley Cup again, so I don't know why we're even playing the season. Clearly, the Kings are going to repeat, so let's just call it a day and not waste all of our collective time.
That's true. I mean, we do waste months on end, and lots of money, I may add, going to hockey games and watching these games play out, where EA Sports already knows who the winner is.
Yeah, I mean, clearly.
And what did they do? They just left the PS3 on for like 2 days straight? I mean...
Yep, they played every game. Well, what I want to know is who is the leading scorer? Who should I be drafting in this fantasy draft that's coming up?
Yeah, you have a fantasy draft tonight.
I do.
It's only 10 minutes, right?
And it starts, exactly 10 minutes. Actually, I just opened up the article here, and it looks like they do go over the the how the season progressed. So maybe we should go over this a little bit.
All right, let's make it
Leading
so.
up to the fantasy draft, this is the Beaupre division, drafting at 8 p.m. For those of you that are in the league, if you want to chime in, go ahead and post in the league thing, in the league little area there, and I'll
The
have
chat room.
the chat room.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to take a look at that. Or yeah, there's the chat room right there. Or post on our little Q&A section. We'll be able to answer any questions, whatever you guys want to do. But let's get back to the season here. It released Wednesday. It was today that they released the simulation.
They released the game or just the simulation?
Just the simulation. The game's been out for weeks, so any one of you could have done this as well, and you would have gotten the same results.
This is how far behind I am on video games. I did not even know NHL 15 released.
Yes. So the Conn Smythe Trophy is going to go to Anze Kopitar. Just
That's
FYI.
good, really.
Yes. Who was also predicted to win the Selke Trophy for regular season play. So Selke and Conn Smythe. That's a
good haul.
1-2 punch right there for Anze Kopitar. So you should be targeting him in your fantasy drafts. But really, I mean, you don't play fantasy in the playoffs, and what's a defensive forward got to do for you in the regular season? So maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe he just wins a lot of faceoffs, which count for something in our league.
Yep.
So let's see. The Chicago Blackhawks are going to make it to the Western Conference Final. The Blue Jackets, the Bruins are predicted to beat the Blue Jackets in the Eastern Conference Finals.
The Blue Jackets.
The Blue Jackets.
What?
Wow. That is.
They can't even sign their top scorer.
That is a bold prediction.
That is later on in the rundown, actually, that we're going to talk about him.
The Pittsburgh Penguins are expected to be eliminated in the first round, but it's going to be another great year for Sidney Crosby, who is projected to win the Hart, the Art Ross, and the Rocket Richard Trophy. All three trophies.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that is the triple crown of hockey trophies.
Ovechkin's done it before.
Yes, he has.
Oh no! Well, he didn't. Did he get the points in the same year, or did he win the Pearson in the same year?
The Pearson, the Hart, and the Rocket Richard he's done. I thought he got Art Ross one of those years. Maybe not.
Maybe I don't know.
He also gets the Ted Lindsay Award. It would be the first time he has taken home all 4 awards in the same season there for Sidney Crosby. So
wow.
Yep, the Hart Trophy, the Art Ross Trophy, the Rocket Richard Trophy, and the Ted Lindsay Trophy.
Is that a Sidney Crosby hat trick?
Because
obviously Sidney Crosby's hat trick's going to be better than everybody else's.
Yeah, a double turkey, right? That's all 4.
Yeah.
Is that a double turkey? I don't know what you call that.
It's a turkey in one. Actually, I think that's a basketball defense.
Let's see. Carey Price projected to win the Vezina. The Norris Trophy is going to go to Oliver Ekman-Larsson, so keep your eye out for that one.
Wow.
Yeah, Arizona Coyotes, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, projected to win the Norris Trophy.
Take him in the first round.
While Patrick Kane takes home the Lady Byng.
That's nice. That's nice of Patrick.
Yeah. It's a good all-around guy, right? He doesn't punch anyone ever.
He's never beaten anybody
never beaten
that
anyone
I know
up.
of. Never.
No, it's the nicest, just the nicest guy.
He doesn't. Never. Never.
And our Calder Trophy winner is going to be Jason. I'm sorry. It's going to be Tampa Bay Lightning forward Jonathan Drouin.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad that he gets to stay up this year.
Yeah. So wins Calder Trophy is our top rookie. So there's all of your NHL awards. There's your Stanley Cup winner. There's your Eastern Conference and Western Conference champs.
Is?
It does not, unfortunately, say who the first person that gets hurt is. It's
I'm
that
just
would be useful.
assuming that Sidney Crosby doesn't have like another issue with a concussion or anything like that if he's going to win all 4 trophies.
Right. I mean, anytime. Actually, I don't know if you noticed or heard that one of the features this year in NHL 15 is that anytime anyone touches Sidney Crosby, they get a game misconduct.
That's interesting.
At all. Even the keepers.
Wow.
Even if he runs into them.
It gave misconduct and they're gone.
Misconduct.
That's interesting.
Yep.
It's a completely different role than the Ovechkin one, where if Ovechkin touches anybody, he gets a game misconduct.
That's true. That's probably why he didn't win any of these awards.
Yeah, obviously. Well, I mean, he's playing for a defensive coach now. We all know he's not going to win any awards this
That's correct. Yep. He's not going to score. He's not going to score any goals.
year. None, actually. I'm guessing that he probably scores none this season.
Mm-hmm. Count it here. You heard it here first.
Yeah, don't pick Ovechkin in the first round if you're in the Beaupre division.
Nope. It's not worth it. We got 5 minutes, folks. 5 minutes.
And if you're listening to us live and or relive before Sunday and you want in on the Liute division, the Liute division has said screw symmetry, just like Gary Bettman, and we're going with a 14-team league. I have 13
Fantastic.
teams right now in my league, so we need one more, and we can draft on Sunday afternoon.
Yep. So we got 12 in the what's Scotty's the Tabarachi division.
No, I think he's the Hirsch division.
Hirsch division. 12 in the Hirsch division, 12 in the Beaupre division, and 14 in the Liute division this year.
True. Yep.
I'm guessing that you have weaker competition. That's according to Scotty Waz's theory on big divisions.
So the bigger the division, the less competition you have.
That's right. That's what
Wow.
it is. Yep. That's Scotty
Size does
Waz's
matter.
Scotty Waz's rule of division sizes.
Of
Rule
division sizes.
of sizes. The bigger it is, the easier it is to get out of.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Obviously.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah. Yep. Bigger it is, harder they fall. Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
How was your week, John?
It wasn't bad. I'm gonna be on TV tomorrow morning.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How early do you have to wake up to do that?
9 a.m. I mean, I already did it. It's already been taped. They're editing. They're in post-production right now.
They're editing.
Yeah.
They have to make sure all the expletives that you dropped are
I'm actually wondering because there was a microphone that was sitting on the ground next to me the entire time. So I'm wondering if that microphone picked up like what coaches were saying, because that would be awesome.
That would be great. And really, who's watching TV at 9 o'clock anyway?
Nobody.
So do you want to explain why you're on television?
I mean, it's for refereeing, obviously. I mean, there would be no other reason why I'm on TV. But yeah, Maryland versus Georgetown last night. I'm not going to give away the score or anything, just in case you guys want to DVR it tomorrow.
Right.
I will say that I strategically stepped in front of the Big Ten Network's camera every time there was a sub. So there should be some good shots of my back.
That's good. You're showing off the hindsight.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, I've worked hard on the back during wrestling, so I'm going to have to share that off. In HD, no less.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm looking forward to my HD debut on the Big Ten Network.
Are the lenses on those HD cameras wider than they are tall? Is that how they get the picture to be all wide like that?
So. I think that's actually what occurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that was standing next to me seemed like he had one of those cameras like Sean used to have. Just had the little flip out lens, and he was able to like look into it and move around. And yeah, I'm sure there were other cameras positioned throughout the stadium, which I did not know about.
Nope, that was the only one. The only
Just
camera.
Just the one next to me.
Yeah, the Big
So
Ten
while I
Network.
was standing in front of it, then it's just really bad shots.
Yeah, the Big Ten Network. You know, they don't like to splurge because they don't have that much money to throw around.
No, I mean it's a buried cable channel in between what is it, like NBC Sports and ESPN.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'd be surprised if any of you even get the Big Ten Network.
it's true.
It's-
It is true.
But yeah, tomorrow morning if you guys are watching live. If you're not, then you're shit out of luck. You don't get to see John.
Yeah, then you missed it because it's only on once.
It won't be on demand.
I don't know. Does the Big Ten Network have on demand?
I don't know. I should check that out and stop being facetious. And
Yeah, I might want to check
maybe
that out
check
too.
that out.
That'd be fun. I'm DVRing it, so it will be on demand for me
Nice.
whenever I want to watch myself.
1 minute until
Ooh.
our buddy Shamrock, his 6th Shamrock team, Shamrock 6, kicks off the draft. And I wonder who he takes. If he's
What a
smart,
jerk.
he'll take Sidney Crosby, who's going to win all the awards. I'm surprised he didn't win the Vezina also. to be honest.
He could have. He was in the running. I bet you he was third in the Vezina voting.
Yeah.
He would have gotten the Lady Big too, but Patrick Kane.
Yep. That Patrick Kane's just a classy guy.
Patrick Kane, what a guy.
Yep. It's just he's such a good role model, you know.
It's true. It's true. The kids of Buffalo look up to him. Wait, what? Oh yeah.
Oh, I got a tone in my ear.
Does the screen go blank and then it starts counting for you?
Oh, 3, 2, 1. It's all in the ears. Could you hear that?
Yeah, we can hear it. Yeah.
Yeah?
I can hear it, definitely.
There we go. All right, the draft has officially kicked off, and Shamrock selected Sidney Crosby.
Oh, what a jerk.
Yeah, it's like
Was it auto-picked?
traitor. No, he actually is sitting there. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride has selected Steven Stamkos. Corey Perry Pop and Cherry has selected
Corey
Perry. And now we're at Panic at the Disco. Takes Alex Ovechkin. Kyle Wise up next. He's auto-picking. Looks like he's going to go with Evgeny Malkin. And he does. Now I'm up.
My God, this is the fastest first round in the history of life.
I ain't scared. I ain't scared by the injury reports.
Are you going to take Carey Price?
I'm taking Claude Giroux.
Oh, first
Claude
round.
Giroux. Off he goes. Claude Giroux, I ain't scared.
Wow. You are phoning it in.
I'm going to play the waiver wire. You know how it goes.
As you should. As you should. That's the best part of the Face Off Hockey Show Hockey League, is that we have decided that game totals don't count in our league. So if you want to pick up as many people throughout the week and let them play, we say let them play.
Right.
Let them play.
If you have no life and you want to win a fantasy hockey league where the only thing you win is bragging rights, that you don't really even get to brag to anyone because you really don't know people that you're playing with generally, then by all means.
Well, yeah, we haven't had prizes in years.
No, because we don't have sponsors.
No.
And I'm not paying for a league out of my pocket. You know, you guys aren't that important to us. I mean, you are that important to us, but I'm not paying you guys. You should be paying us. That's how I see it.
Wow.
And we're giving this away for free.
We do. All of Yahoo's time.
Yep.
We are giving away for free to make this happen for you people.
Take that.
So speaking of fantasy sports, I heard that you are a masterful baseball player.
I did not know that until this year. Apparently, I am very good at fantasy baseball. I defeated all of my fraternity brothers that I wasn't actually in school with because they're all younger than me. That's probably what it is. It's the years of experience I have over them, the life experience. I think that's what really gave me the edge.
So your life experience helps in fantasy sports?
Yes, very much so. Apparently. There's been a run on goalies here. Tuukka Rask, Henrik Lundqvist, John Quick, Carey Price, all off the board.
See, I told you should have taken Carey Price.
Kessel's
He's
gone.
gonna win the Vezina.
It's true. So we're almost all the way through 2 rounds here. We're flying.
You're almost through 2 rounds?
Well, I'm about to make my pick, and that's really all I care about because once I pick, the second round's done.
That
doesn't really matter.
That is true.
Yeah.
Wow. That's 2 rounds in 3 minutes if you're counting at home.
Wow, Ben Bishop. That's five goalies in the first 2 rounds. What are you guys, nuts? What are you guys thinking, bastards? He couldn't possibly tear an Achilles again, right? No, or get sliced.
Erik Karlsson?
I think Erik Karlsson's my next off the board. It's Erik Karlsson. There he goes. Got my center and got my first D-man. I'm ready.
We should have to we should have to guess your picks for the rest of the draft.
There goes Anze Kopitar. There's the Selkie winner.
There's your Selkie winner right off the
Mhm.
board.
Right, there he goes. So it's 8 o'clock. Should we start some real news?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. You got the rundown up?
I do. I'm gonna hold off and stall for a second and play injury music
Right.
because I can. Take that, people. This is suboptimal at best.
Mm-hmm.
My condition was in.
And I just want to find out still.
It's now time for Is Rick DiPietro injured?
Actually, he's drinking with Scotty. Um,
Yes.
So
Somewhere.
I have injury news. Danny Heatley.
So soon.
Yeah, just when we thought that things couldn't get worse for Danny Heatley, he has pulled a groin, and he
Well,
is
everything was-
weak.
Everything was going so well for him.
Yeah,
You know, he scored a couple preseason goals,
that's true.
and then injury.
Yep. The visor was even looking like it was getting bigger.
Yeah, that's always
How
that's
do
how
you
you
play with that visor?
That's a great question.
Thing's
Great
massive.
question. What does it really protect when it's that big? Because you can still get up underneath there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a massive fishbowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Since Scotty doesn't put first names on this, I'm just going to say that Bruce Jenner, Olympic speed skater Bruce Jenner,
Yes.
he has a broken hand and he is out a month.
I'm gonna go Boone Jenner. Boone Jenner.
Oh, all right. You're
Yeah.
probably more right.
I literally just looked it up on Yahoo. So there you go.
Because I'm gonna say that Bruce Jenner hasn't been in the news in years.
No, and really, he's not that important. So last year, Boone Jenner had 16 goals, 13 assists for your Columbus Blue Jackets, 5 game-winning goals.
Oh, that's gonna be tough for them to get back to the Eastern Conference Final then if he's hurt to begin
It's
the
true.
season.
It's not going to be good. He did have 14 face-off wins. They're going to miss those 14 face-off wins.
Oh, that should be one of your late round pickups, my friend. If Boone Jenner's still out there, make sure you get him for face-off wins.
Ooh.
Kerry Lettinen is back in the injury report. Man, things looked like they were going really well for a really long time, but Kerry Lettinen concussion.
Ouch.
Yeah, he is day to day, but aren't we all?
Thank you for letting me know that. He was one of the guys on my list to draft. So
Yeah,
this is
take him off the list.
perfectly relevant and perfectly timed
Yep.
fantasy news. So that means I should draft Marty Turco, right?
Is Marty Turco still in the league?
I don't think so. I thought he was backing up Kerry Lettinen at some
I think
point.
you
I'm
should
sure
get Marty
he's-
Turco's pads.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, hold off until your backup goalie until we get Lyle on.
Yes, that's a good call. Let's
We need
figure out.
somebody that can tell us actual people
Yeah.
to draft.
Mm-hmm. Let's see,
Um,
who's your other Dallas goaltenders according to Yahoo? As I scroll through here, we got Anders Lindbach.
oh, he might be a good pickup for you.
Anders Lindbach, absolutely. And I think that's.
You might be able to slow play
Henry-
that one unless people are listening to the show.
I think we got some listeners. We got also Henri Cavallo. Henri Cavallo also. Don't know who he. Or maybe it's Henry. I don't know. Maybe it's not a French name.
That sounds made up.
Yeah, it does.
Lubomir Visnovsky. It says he's back, but I'm guessing that he hurt his back and he's actually day to day.
Is he back? I thought he went somewhere.
No, it says Lubomir Visnovsky back day to day.
He could have been in Russia or wherever he's from.
It's true. Maybe he's maybe instead of actually hurting his back, Lubomir Visnovsky is having visa issues.
Yes. but-
He's looking for an American work permit, and that's why he's day to day. Why don't we have more of that in hockey? In all honesty, like you hear it of people going to the EPL all the time that they can't get work permits.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen in hockey very often.
No, it doesn't. I'm kind of surprised about that because You'd think that all of the money, all of the oil money that flows through that soccer league over there, would be able to, at the very least, grease the wheels of the bureaucracy to get that kind of stuff done, where the NHL does not have said wheel greasing oil.
That's true. That's because the Russians all have it.
That's true, and the Russians, as we
Who
know.
did you just pick?
Let me reaccount for that was my fourth pick. I've done a terrible job of recapping here. I have, as of my first round, Claude Giroux, second round, Erik Karlsson, third round, Marc-Andre Fleury, fourth round, Pavel Datsyuk.
Wow.
Yep. Pavel Datsyuk available in the fourth. You guys suck at this.
It's a good thing that we still have the day-to-day plus, or the IR plus slot, though.
Why is that?
Because I think Datsyuk is hurt.
Damn. How hurt?
I don't know. Look at Google. It's not on our rundown.
What?
But
what kind of injury report is this?
But I will say, he got hurt like 2 weeks ago. Do you even pay attention to this?
It's the worst.
Yeah,
Let's go to this guy named Lyle Richardson, who's updating me on Pavel Datsyuk's status.
Who's this greasy wheel now? Do you want me to just get Lyle on?
Oh, Pavel's only out 4 to 5 weeks for the second-degree shoulder separation. He'll be back by November. Oh
So
God,
he's like Wyclef.
so loud. He'll be he'll be gone until November. Yes, exactly like Wycliffe said he would.
Yeah, obviously. If Lyle's watching the show, he should just sign on so that I can get him on. Here.
Yeah, shoot him the email. All right, what else? What else we got? Who else shouldn't I draft?
Evgeny Malkin.
Oh, what happened to Evgeny Malkin? Well, this is news we should have gotten minutes ago.
Evgeny, well, I mean, you weren't going to draft him, so I decided it wasn't something that I should talk about.
It's true.
Evgeny Malkin, he is undisclosed. He's got a knock.
Yeah, he does. He does have a knock.
He has a knock. He is still not cleared to work out.
That's bad news, Bears.
Yeah, so whoever picked Evgeny Malkin auto draft, nice pick, Yahoo.
Mm-hmm. That was Kyle Wise. That was the brother of Sombrero guy.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What does he wear? Is he like Oriole hat guy?
He's shirtless. I can't say that. Sorry, the Redskins. His name is. He just drops his phone into lakes and doesn't wear shirts ever. That's his.
Drops his phone into lakes?
Yeah, drops phone into lakes.
Is that his team name?
Yes.
You can change team names, can't you? Can't you just go in and change it for him?
I could. I think so. I have commissioner controls up here at the top. Let's see. My fifth pick. This draft is flying. Love you guys.
5 rounds, 12 minutes, folks.
So I can't even pay attention.
I kind of want to know how Scotty's draft went, because Scotty already drafted last week.
Well, when he signs in, I guess we'll have to find out. So let's see here. Let's see. Who do I want now?
I would not pick Bo Bennett.
Why not? What happened to Bo Bennett?
Bo Bennett, I would not pick. He has a lower body injury, and he is out 4 to 6 weeks, my friend. Yeah. So do not pick him in the 5th round.
So there. I hope you don't tell me that Rick Nash is hurt because I got him in the 5th round.
Oh, all right. That's a good pick because he is not on our list.
Yes. This would be a great team 2 years ago.
Woohoo! Speaking of 2 years ago.
Yeah.
David Clarkson.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, good thing he has a lot of money. It's a good thing he signed a massive contract with those Maple Leafs because he has an orbital bone issue, and he is day to day.
But aren't we all?
Yeah, the orbital bone though is a tricky one.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with that orbital bone.
Yeah, when you break that, I mean, it's like you can't do anything. It's hard.
No.
Yeah.
I've never broken an orbital bone myself.
I mean, you don't want to.
No.
Mm-mm. And I mean, Patrick Kane, he's probably never broken anybody's orbital bone.
Nope. Why would he?
Why would he?
Nice gentleman.
Yeah, perfect gentleman. He probably fixes people's orbital bones.
Yeah, it's true. Just by looking at them.
Yes, with his tears.
Mm-hmm.
speaking of somebody else who was pretty good a couple of years ago and now is just batshit crazy, David Booth.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Ilya Bryzgailov.
No. Broken foot, out 4 weeks.
Okay.
But the interesting timing about that is that means he's okay for deer season.
That's good.
Yeah.
David Booth.
So he'll be ready. He'll be ready for opening day for deer season.
Excellent.
Because he broke his foot and he's out of hockey for 4 weeks.
Well, what would you do if you had 4 weeks off, John?
I'd sleep a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, I already do that now. I mean, so what would I do? I would probably play FIFA 15.
Yeah?
Yeah, because Amazon and UPS likes to send. That may have been the best text I think I've gotten in quite a while. It just says bank favor in your bank error in your favor.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Although they did passive aggressively email me a return label for that, saying, "Hey, just in case this shows up, here's the free return label for you to send it back to us."
Interesting.
Yeah. So.
Amazon jerks.
Mm-hmm. So
they can't eat the cost of a $60 game.
Guess not. Not when they make me run around my neighborhood asking my neighborhood neighbors if they have any of my stuff.
This how you meet your neighbors, by packages being delivered to the wrong house?
Yeah, that's exactly how. Who's St. Louis's other goalie? Is Brian Elliott playing this year? Good, because I'm drafting him. I think Brian Elliott's playing.
Brian Elliott should be the starter, and who should be the backup? Jake Allen.
Go. Done and done. Brian Elliott, Marc-Andre Fleury, and Brian Elliott.
Wow, you got 2 starters.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's good in that league. And if you're looking for a defenseman, you might want to watch out for Dmitry Orlov.
What's up with Dmitry Orlov?
Dmitry Orlov has a broken wrist.
Oof.
He may be out a couple weeks.
The
emphasis is on May. I hope he doesn't come back in May.
No, that would be too late.
Yeah, that would.
Yes, definitely too late
for the
Capitals. The season would definitely be over for the Capitals if he decided to wait that long to come back.
Yeah. So, you know that there are sales going on.
Where?
On the island. The New York Islanders.
Is it a fire sale?
I don't know, but Mr. Wang, size does matter. He sold the sale of the New York Islanders has been approved.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah. So if I remember correctly, and Scotty talking about this, the Islanders are still in Wang's control.
They're under Wang's thumb.
Yeah, definitely. At least until they go to Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, maybe he wants out. Tim Lewicki is a name that pops to my mind that may or may not have bought the Islanders.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar to me.
Yeah. Scotty would be actually quite happy that we listened to him.
Let's see. Charles Wang reaches agreement to sell the New York Islanders to London-based investor Scott Malkin.
Oh, this is a different person. Oh, God.
Well, no. There's two. So it is John Ledecky and Scott Malkin. There you go. John Ledecky, a former owner of the Washington Capitals and London-based investor.
I still called him Tim Lewicki, which I believe is a pitcher for the Giants. Tim
Lewicki. I probably didn't spell that right. Tim Lewicki. He's the president CEO of Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment.
Oh,
so there's your Tim
so
Lewicki.
I wasn't far off.
You were not too far off.
No.
He also.
I remember him having to relinquish his shares of the Toronto Maple Leafs in order to buy the Islanders, and it also came into play because he is the Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment is the owner of the Toronto FC.
That's also true because Tim Lewicki told Jermaine Defoe to leave.
He told him to leave.
Yes.
Where's he going to go?
September 12th, 2014.
He's going back to England.
Yes. MLS Tim Lewicki to Toronto FC's Jermaine Defoe. If you don't want to be here, get the hell out of our way.
Wow.
That was almost a month ago.
That was when Jermaine Defoe was in England trying to get a transfer back to England during the August transfer window.
Nice.
Scotty, how was your draft?
Fantastic. It was,
Hey, Scotty! Woohoo!
it was so great that I got sick over it. So there's that.
How sick are you?
Are you day to day?
Just a little cold. It was also frosty.
Is it always cold up there?
Not usually. It was actually nice, and then frost hit your window, and you're like, "What the fuck is this bullshit?" So there's that. Marks, how your draft going?
It's
How's
good. We are already in the 7th round. We are barely 20 minutes into the draft. The 7th round will be completed momentarily here. Which shall I read off my lineup? This is going to be the Beaupre division winning lineup here. Do you want to start playing the Chicago Bulls music?
Go for it. I don't know. I don't have the music readily available.
I'll try and do it while I talk.
That's gonna be weird.
I don't know how it goes anyway. So it's let's see.
I've heard a joke like that.
First overall pick, Claude Giroux. Second overall pick, Erik Karlsson. Then we get to 3rd round pick, Pavel Datsyuk, who's going to be out for a month, as reported here on this show 2 weeks ago, I think. Next, Rick Nash, Marc-Andre Fleury was somewhere in there, Brian Elliott, and Jeff Carter, my most recent pickup. The Sedins just went back-to-back to that's the team name, PFFFFF. So this is Henrik and Daniel Sedin back-to-back. That is a bold maneuver.
It's like the 1990 draft all over again.
I'm getting flashbacks.
Well, you might want to lay off the draft.
And Sean Leahy selects Torrey Krug at the top of the 8th round.
Jesus,
I'm
that's
surprised
really
he didn't go Derek Jeter.
Oddly enough, not everything in New York is Derek Jeter this week.
Taking Torrey Krug.
Yeah.
Over the likes of...
We should. Leahy's obviously on a computer. We should just invite him to the. Will he be able to do the draft and the show at the same time?
Sure, I don't see why not.
I'm going to invite Leahy.
Should have been an invite.
Yeah, the draft went fast for us on Friday, so that was quite something. I was surprised. Yeah. Actually, Leahy's got like 17 different drafts because he's drafting his league too.
Tonight?
Yeah, I know that because I should be there right now.
Oh, so you skipped it. You slept through that?
Yeah, a little bit. I guess. I don't know. It just started maybe 7 minutes ago. So whatever.
So that means it's probably over.
God willing, it's over. So I can just let somebody else go ahead and draft for me.
Do you have another commissioner?
Damn you, Brandon Wise, selecting Ryan Suter ahead of me. Would you have picked Torrey Krug ahead of Ryan Suter, Scotty?
No, not at all.
No. I think
I'm not a big Torrey Krug guy either, so I think that helps too.
I think Leahy's getting a little too fancy for his britches, if you know what I mean. Do you know what I mean?
He's trying to show off. He's trying to be impressive.
Like, look at how many names I know. Oh boy, I know a lot of names.
When did he become a hick?
That's how he talks.
Is it? Wow.
Oh boy, I am such an important guy. Look at how many drafts I can do at the same time.
He should come on the show too and make it really challenging.
I just took Matt Niskanen. I didn't want to.
Wow.
It's terrible. It's a terrible pick. Matt Niskanen. What was I thinking?
So the NHL and GoPro have teamed up.
Yes, they have.
What are they doing with that?
Yeah.
Well, apparently what they're going to do is that it's not going to be starting now, but what they're going to do is use previous footage they used at media days and things of that ilk to break down if a player were to score. So Alex Ovechkin was dipsy doing dunkarooing with a GoPro on during media day, and if he were to score, they would break it down that way, and away they go. But basically, what they're going to do is integrate guys wearing GoPros during the games, and then having that experience be broadcasted live rather than just tape footage garbage like they're doing right now. So
basically,
that's pretty
what
cool.
I'm saying is that we need to stop drinking during hockey games.
Yes, because you're gonna throw up everywhere.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, if somebody has a GoPro like attached to their chest, I am throwing up if that's what we're watching.
Yeah, I mean, it's been designed before where the any kind of footage is just shaky cam footage and it's just Blair Witch Project all over again. So that's fantastic fun for everyone, I'm sure.
Well,
But,
I mean, we saw Mark on a GoPro. Mark scored a goal.
That's true.
That's true, and that's also that was kind of shaky too. Mark's goal was
You mean the
captured
goal?
perfectly.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that was just what's happening in net was shaky. So yeah, but no, the footage itself is just redonkulous, as the kids like to say. I don't know which kids, but overall, that's what they like to say.
All of the kids.
The GoPro camera has to have evolved, right? Like, I mean, it has to be better, even though it's still attached to somebody and that's moving. The footage of them are fantastic, though. Like from them, I mean.
I don't know if they've evolved. That's a good question, just overall, like whether or not they've actually done something to help the stability of it. I was never a big GoPro guy anyway, so I really couldn't tell you one way or t'other. But I'm pretty sure they have to, or at least whatever it does to make them stable has evolved. Anything like holding like the chest pieces or stuff they put on the helmet, maybe that's evolved. Doubtful, but it's always something you can look forward to, right?
Probably not, but maybe. But probably.
Probably not, but guess what?
I'm gonna say no, but okay.
I remember last year MLS tried to do this for their what was it? Their All-Star game. They had a GoPro camera on the referee.
Interesting.
That was awful footage.
Well, the Caps or not the Caps. The NHL has that with the Winter Classic. They had the referees all GoPro'd up for the Winter Classic one of the years. I don't know if it was last year or a couple years back, but they've had the experience, and needless to say, it was kind of garbage. So, whatever, it is what it is.
True.
So yeah, GoPro. I mean, and let's be honest, with the fact that Epix is all about we're gonna make everything better and screw 24/7. This is probably another step that they're gonna probably use one way or another.
Are they going to go like 28/7?
That'd be great. That'd be the 28/8, man. 28/8, man. All day, day. As the kids like to say. I don't know what kids. I don't know who these kids are. What's the deal with these kids? Whatever. Go with that.
Mark decided not to pick Kerry Lettinen, by the way, after we read through the injury report.
You know, probably for the best.
It was reported just as I was about to draft, so good work.
What round was that?
I don't know, like 5th.
Okay, I was gonna say, how early was that? Because I got first overall pick, and then Lemon just like, wow, I'm drafting a goalie second overall. Because
there were 6, I believe, 6 goalies that were drafted in the first 2 rounds. So
wow, run on goalies.
Yeah. I will, as the draft results go, from the beginning, Crosby, Stamkos, Corey Perry, Alex Ovechkin, Evgeny Malkin, Claude Giroux, Tuukka Rask, Ryan Getzlaf, John Tavares, 9th overall, Henrik Lundqvist, 10, Patrick Kane, Tyler Seguin to round out your first round. On the turn, PK Subban, Jonathan Quick, Carey Price, Jamie Benn, Phil Kessel, Ben Bishop at 18.
Wow, who was that?
That would have been Sombrero guy himself, taking Ben Bishop at 18. And then Erik Karlsson, Anze Kopitar, Sergei Bobrovsky, Semyon Varlamov, Corey Crawford, and Jonathan Taves to round out the second round.
Interesting.
Yes, very interesting.
Very good.
Going that high.
Very good pick so far.
I don't know. That Ben Bishop pick is kind of pretty garbage.
We also talked about how NHL 15 is already
Garbage.
simulated the entire game, the entire season.
It's
So
true.
why do we need to watch it?
Exactly. Because the actual season won't have as many bugs as NHL 15.
Yeah, that's what you
Oh.
think. All these rule changes, you never know.
I don't know. I don't think it'll be as glitchy. I think it'll be glitchy, but not as glitchy. I've heard nothing but bad things about NHL 15.
It
Yeah.
might be cliche, actually.
Might be a little on the nose, don't you think, guys?
Yes. I invited Lyle already, by the way.
That's fine.
So, Drew Doughty, huh?
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, not a fan of the advanced stats.
Good. Like, we need to get him on to talk about this. Because he shares my passion for the not advanced stats. You know what? I like my old school stats. You know, give me a little time on ice. Right? Give me the amount of shifts a guy plays. Give me the amount of power play shifts a guy plays. See, these are easy. These are easy to calculate, and they tell me a lot about what the player does on the ice, like
It's
how
called
long he's on
counting.
the ice, or how many times he's on the power play.
That's true. That's true. Those stats are very straightforward.
Yes.
Pretty on the nose, don't you think, guys?
I think
Maybe it's
what
too
I'm going
much
to
on
do.
the nose. Maybe those stats are too obvious.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a blog where I talk about everybody's plus minus.
Perfect.
And
I
That's good.
had
people will
someone
follow me.
I had someone in our league say that plus minus and PIMS are something that we should eradicate from the league in lieu of like block
Was it the
shots.
same person who told me to take care of it last year?
Probably. And I'm just like, hey, let's not get too into it because you know what? This is just our funsies league. So back off. Our modus operandi. You know what our modus operandi here is? Hey, we're gonna show up and maybe do something. Who's to say?
The best part about our leagues is that face-offs won is a stat.
Yeah, it's true. Face-off one is a stat.
There's your advanced stats right there. Face-offs won.
There's your advanced stats right there.
Right there.
Right there.
Because we all know how much Scotty loves advanced stats.
Yeah.
He's
He's
a
like
he's
a
he's a
true
he's a
guy.
true
Oh.
analytic.
Oh,
Up the butt.
that's only on the weird porn.
That was on the second date.
Hello.
Who the hell am I picking? Anywho, I'd love nothing more than to give a high five to Drew Doughty, but God knows where that hand's been. So
It's true. That is true.
Now he lives in L.A. You know.
exactly. And he's originally from somewhere in Ontario. So who knows? It's all kind of crazy. But yeah, he said something to the effect that advanced stats are crap because when people say that Jake Muzzin is a better option than Drew Doughty, that's when advanced stats get a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
As I said, advanced stats is just one tool for evaluation. It's not the end all and be all.
Stress on the tool part. Yeah, I don't know. I'm with Drew Doughty.
Yep, I
Hashtag
completely
I'm with
agree.
Drew.
Well, I mean, look, even the players can't even agree. I mean, for Drew Doughty saying, "Oh, it's a load of crap," you got Zach Parise there this week saying, "Well, you know, we have to be a better puck possession team, and we have to improve our possession numbers." So there you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
I can understand that. Where it's just like that's just simple. Hey, eye test when you get to the blue line. Let's not dump it in when you're on a 3-on-2. Let's
Yeah.
maybe not just throw it into the corner. That's been Minnesota Wild hockey since 2000.
On a
I mean-
3-on-2, you mean?
What's that?
On a 3-on-2, you dump it in the corner.
It's like I
Well,
said, yeah.
The Wild are on a 3-on-1. They dump it in the corner at the hatch marks. Oh, what's this? It's not. It's Minnesota
Yeah,
Wild.
maybe carrying the puck in rather than dumping Jace is a better
Catch
way
the-
to go. But I mean, you know, it's as I said. I mean, there's not wrong with advanced stats, just as long as you don't treat them as the end all and be all, and that you don't if you're a an adherent of advanced stats, that you don't act as if I'm smarter than everyone in the room. I know more about hockey because I can crunch numbers. It's like, well, no, you can crunch numbers, and that's helpful, but it doesn't mean that you're better, that you have greater knowledge in hockey than the average fan or the average mainstream media guy. And by the same token, too, I can understand why the advanced stats guys kind of get defensive and tend to be a little testy when they get criticized, because let's face it, they get dumped on by some guys in the mainstream media like Steve Simmons, who treat them with the typical stereotype of the way they used to treat hockey bloggers, and way some of them still treat hockey bloggers, where they say, "Oh, you're just some unemployed bum loser living in sweatpants, living out of your parents' base." In fact, these are actually very intelligent people who have jobs of their own and are very productive, active people of society who just happen to have very strong opinions about hockey and aren't afraid to share them. So that's
but some of them are guys who are in the sweatpants in their parents' basement too. So it's not they're all exceptions. That's a very small group of people, actually. I don't know, Lau. Have you seen the average weight of those people? Not small people at all.
Oh.
Just saying, guys like me, big boned. They're big boned fellas.
No, how come most of the people who are getting hired on, they're the analytic gods that are getting hired on, or or the adherents, they all, they're either skinny guys or they're jocks.
Because they're math nerds. Math nerds are mostly skinny.
Lawyers who play rec league hockey and who actually kind of go for the gangsta look when they're in their downtime.
Like Berman.
Yeah, like our lawyer friend, aka our representation.
So Lyle, did you hear that Florida is tarping off empty sections of their arena?
Yes, I have. Well, at least they stopped.
The rumor though that they're actually tarping off the entire arena.
Some of that tarping actually, yeah, it's good. With the spray paint like people on it to make it look like it's actual people.
That would be genius.
Yes, it would. It's like, those people aren't moving. Pay no attention. What you do is you tarp it off and you just do a projection of actual people.
So it looks like an EA Sports game.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
It's like NFL 98, that kind of graphics when you had a Windows 95 situation.
That kind. But
I like that, actually.
Yeah,
that would give them more fans than they normally get.
I know. It's funny because it's true. But well, at least they're not going to be giving away free tickets anymore.
They should put holograms of like Coolio and Tupac in the stands and see who can find them.
But they actually start winning. They actually do draw real people. They actually do. When they made the playoffs 2 years ago, when they were having when they were playing well, their attendance actually went up.
They're actually good. People show up.
Yeah. Well, that's what it'll take. Yeah, but you can't blame it all on just Miami because the team's been crap for 15 years.
Yeah, you can blame a lot of it on Miami. You can blame a lot of it on Miami. I'm not going to lie to you because that town is second to Atlanta and probably worst sports towns there are. Because Atlanta's pretty bad for sport, like in general, like not even just hockey, like the Braves and the Hawks and the Falcons, like anything that has to do with birds, they're not fans of. The old brave bird there. Yeah, good times. Good times. All right, Lyle. Well, Tampa Bay Lightning. Let's get this right off the top. The hell is that bullshit that they pulled on Saturday? What the hell is it? It's a big third jersey. We're just gonna make it black. We're gonna make our usual third jersey. We're just gonna turn it black.
Oh, just make it black. Just make it black. Like, yeah, they listened to the Rolling Stones songs and said, everything I see, I want to paint it black. What the hell? What the hell are you doing?
I have to say, the idea of them having palm trees on the jersey seemed fine after this. The whole fake jersey seemed like a perfect scenario right now.
I like the fake jersey. I like the fake jersey. Go with that. Don't go with this stuff you got now. What are you doing?
Now this just proves the old adage in the sporting community: black for black's sake is alive and well.
Oh, everybody! I mean, come on. There are other colors in the color scheme besides black.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And there are other designs than just putting bolts down the front of your damn jersey. jerseys.
Isn't black actually all of the colors in the color scheme?
That's true.
I thought that was brown
Gotcha
more
on that one.
than black.
But who cares? It's still black, and that's boring.
It's pretty dull. all
They're,
things-
well, because everybody's doing black
Thinking
jerseys.
again.
Yes, I picked Darcy Kemper.
Hey, look at you.
Yep, that
That's
is.
because
I
you
have
know
my
that he got a
starting
one-way
lineup.
ticket.
Oh, you
My
picked
starting
Darcy
lineup completely full.
of goalies like Darcy Kemper? No.
I have Marc-Andre Fleury and Brian Elliott ahead of Darcy Kemper.
Jesus. Trading block for Mark goaltending.
Oh boy! Wow. Yikes.
You're not a fan of that goaltending stable?
Not too hot. I'm not too
Well,
keen on
Fleury will get you wins if he's good for wins. But I had him a couple of times in some of my fantasy leagues. He was great for wins, but all I can say is thank God my other goaltender was a beast for save percentage and goals against average and shutouts because, oh boy. That was the year. That was the year Mike Smith had that crazy 2 years ago. Mike Smith had that crazy year, and I just grabbed him. Just at that time, he was sort of like, yeah, I need one more goalie. Mike Smith's still available. Okay, what the hell?
Tim Thomas is still out there. Maybe I'll just pick him up.
But speaking of Max,
Martin Brodeur somehow. Still
beautiful.
available.
Yeah.
Love it. Great pick.
Tim Thomas was another one that I grabbed too as a sort of like a last pick. That was like after 2010. Remember he'd had that bad year with the injuries and everything like that. And everybody in our fantasy league, they didn't touch him. And again, it was sort of like, well, I need one more goaltender. Oh, Thomas is available. What the hell? And he carried me to the final in my fantasy league that following year.
The funny thing is I was looking up and down, and Arizona, if Mike Smith goes down, that team is in terrible condition for goaltending.
Yeah.
Devin Dubnik's their backup. I'll just leave it there.
Ouch. With a capital. Ouch.
Not so good, boss. Not so good.
No. Okay, yes. They're taking a chance on him. He's got something to prove. He wants to come back, try and prove himself. And, that might pan out, but... yeah, I'm nervous. And that's a shame because Michael Bodker, I think, is going to have a breakout year for the Coyotes this year. Keep an eye on that kid. He really busted out big last year, and I think he's going to do even better this year.
Well, you hope so.
Well, and the funny thing is, he's 24. He's been in the league 6 years. This is his 7th season. That's crazy, But hey, just goes to show, though. I mean, sometimes not a good thing to rush an 18-year-old into your lineup when he's not ready.
Honestly, that's life advice that I give to everyone that I meet. And that's just life advice. Just don't rush an 18-year-old into your lineup.
Yeah.
Or
true.
Ben, for that matter.
That's
true.
the Todd Butts rule. In all honesty, don't rush an 18-year-old.
That's right.
Unless their name is Ovechkin or Crosby or Lemieux.
You rush them out at 21.
Or Cassandra, and she's from this great place. And all right, we'll not.
Yeah.
Leave it at that.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, Lyle. One guy you don't also want to let into your lineup is a guy who is ineligible to be signed, and the Edmonton Oilers' follies continue on through the early season.
Oh
Break
man.
this down for us because this is a rule where I think did Philly get busted by this last year? Or a couple years back, I feel that something like this has happened before. This
I
is the
think
same
it has.
reason Nathan Walker couldn't get signed by the Capitals.
Yeah, and apparently the way that my understanding of it is he didn't play a complete season in North America last year, and he actually, in fact, played 2 games in the KHL, and so therefore that made him ineligible to be signed to a contract for this season. So what happens now is he goes back into the draft in 2015, and the Oilers are left sitting there with egg on their face, going, and I'm sitting there going, isn't that why you have a capologist? They're not only supposed to be able to crunch numbers for you, they're supposed to be proficient in the old CBA there. And I realize the CBA is full of legalese. It's kind of tough. It's laborious to get through. I mean, hell, even like I said, hockey gurus like Bob McKenzie is always learning something new out of the CBA every year. But this is why you're supposed to have experts in this. And a lot of these rules haven't changed from the previous CBA. A lot of this stuff carried over. So this sort of stuff's been in place now for 10 years. okay, for 10 years, and they weren't aware of this. And it's just like, man, even if you would just check, it's like, where did he play last year? Played in the KHL. Okay, crap, because he didn't play a full season then. Okay, well, we can't touch him.
Can't you go Control F on like the CBA PDF file and find that?
Yes, what I do all the time. That's what I do. Okay, search is keyword, keyword eligible, and there you'll find.
I feel like the capologist for the Oilers should have to like chug a Smirnoff Ice now.
I think the capologist for the Oilers is a guy in sweatpants living in his parents' basement, because you should not miss. You shouldn't miss that. You should not miss that one.
You would hope not, but also this is a team that employs a lawyer. To look over things of this ilk, Tyler Dello, and
No, that's not why they hired Tyler Dello. Tyler Dello was hired for on-ice analytics, not for that.
But he might slide this past him. He's
you probably
past him.
Hey, he was the guy. He was the guy who drilled deep into some NHL court documents to discover that former league disciplinarian there, Coley Campbell, was getting a little bit guilty of a little bit of nepotism with a couple of officials in the calls they made toward his son. So yeah, maybe they should give the old CBA a once over when they're going to sign somebody.
Hey, listen, this guy. Listen, he may have played in Norway last year. Oh, look at his stats.
What could possibly go wrong?
Check his hockey DB for a bit. How about that?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe do your due diligence that way. Who am I to say?
Yeah. Well,
this is why I'm sleeping late and getting sick because it's freaking freezing. It's warm and then it's frost on my windshield and it's just awful. Anyway. It's neither here nor there. Well, a lot of free agents are being signed, a lot of restricted free agents, none of which are Ryan Johansson, who, according to the Blue Jackets, it's been civil, their discussions. Hopefully,
in other words, they're not ending each conversation with "fuck you," "no, fuck you," "no, fuck you."
Hopefully, not civil like the Civil War, because the Blue Jackets won that the first time around. Odds are they'll probably win this one the second time around.
So does Johansson show up to his conversation in a gray suit?
Oh, the blue and the gray.
If he did, and then his agent changed his name to Robert E. Lee.
Yeah.
Robert E. Johansson.
And Ken Burns comes down and films them for a documentary.
Exactly, but the problem is he's filming baseball, and they're really confused.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. What the hell?
Jazz is playing in the background. It's really a Ken Burns. What it is a
While
Ken
a
Burns
voiceover
mashup.
of the ghost of Jason Robards reads a letter from a soldier home. My dearest Eliza.
I've been on the smack for 3. Louis Armstrong says I got the best arm in the Negro League. I miss you dearly.
Ever mind. Hang off.
Exactly. It's a really big mashup, and it's cool to doing.
Yeah.
But is there an end game in sight for this whole? Because obviously, a couple weeks back, it was people throwing barbs and barbs and barbs. A few
Alice's and Roberta's too. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's craziness how that happened. But now, as it seemed to be settling down, and people are getting calmer heads because season starts in a week, and they kind of both need this.
Yeah, well, and I also think that a little bit of the old leverage may have shifted in the favor of the Johansson camp because Nathan Horton's back is buggered and he's out indefinitely. And Boone Jenner's out, I believe, 5 weeks is what I read, with a busted hand. So there's
We talked about him earlier.
Yeah, there's 2/3 of their projected first line for this season already sidelined. And now you've got the center for that line is staging a nasty holdout. So a little bit of that leverage, maybe that's kind of what forced the Blue Jackets off their hardline stance to conduct more civil discussions into this whole thing. I just think the timing, I don't think it's a coincidence that the timing, Boone Jenner gets hurt, and they're like, yeah, hi, Kurt? Yeah, hey, John Davidson. No, don't hang up. Remember that whole thing where we were calling you an extortionist? Oh, the fun we had. Anyway, listen, about Brian. Yeah, how's he doing? Good, good. So you're willing to accept this much money? Well, maybe we can work off of that now. You know, we found some spare change behind the couch, so we might be able to work off of that.
Yeah, we might be able to be fine.
I love how Lyle's phone too was probably rotary because it went bring bring.
Yes. Yes. Very old school. Well, what are we gonna do? How do you mime a cell phone with it? No. So that's how.
Yeah, well, you know, these things happen. Don't worry about it.
Some things never change. Sometimes old school is better. Just saying.
Isn't it weird that every time you talk about a phone call, though, you have to make the hand gesture that shows that you're on the phone?
The face banana phone.
Yeah, the face banana, or like I do with the looking like I'm talking to a pair of mini steer horns. How you doing?
You don't do this, Lyle?
Oh please, I'm not. Please, I'm not that old. Come on, come on. Listen, just because that's how we did have to make phone calls when I was 5 years old, that is no means an invitation. They laugh. You think I'm joking.
I know.
That's the sad thing. People think, oh, nah, you and your story, you're not that old. Yes.
I don't know about this team, boys, by the way. Just finished Sean Leahy's draft, and I don't know about this team.
Uh-oh.
What does your team look like?
The Face Off Hockey Show Beaupre division draft has been completed.
Yay! Yeah, my draft just ended as well.
And who's got who?
Mr. Irrelevant here, Ken, is making the last pick as we speak. So
don't talk about that. He's forever in Face Off Hockey Show.
So let's roll down the starting lineup.
Is Ken just looking over things at this point?
I don't know. Let's go down the starting lineup. What's that?
Is he in a lawn chair?
Yeah. Yes.
He's
just reviewing. He's just taking it all in, you know.
Yeah.
So Debbie does Dallas Drake. That would be yours truly.
Perfect. Beautiful. I love it. Love it.
Oh man, that is impressive. I can't think of any other word to say except impressive.
Yeah, you should see the movie.
That will. It's got hockey. It's got the two things we love: hockey and porn all together. Yeah.
All right. So you want to start with where's the lineup? You want to give me a lineup? Oh, we'll go round by round instead. So your first overall pick for Debbie Does Dallas Drake, Claude Giroux.
Yeah, that's good.
Second round, Erik Karlsson. Third round, Marc-Andre Fleury. You're not going to like that, Lyle. Fourth round, Pavel Datsyuk. Probably not going to like that with him being out for a month.
Could come back strong. Strong.
Fifth round, Rick Nash. Sixth round, Brian Elliott. You're not going to like that.
No, but what is it? You're a goalie, and you've got a blind spot the size of Missouri when it comes to your goaltender.
Hold on, Lyle. To be fair, Ben Bischoff went 18th overall in this draft.
Yes. So, there was a bit of a run on goaltenders in this
draft. Okay, gotcha. All right, okay.
So, as you'll see, by round 7, Jeff Carter.
Whoa. Wow. Yeah. He went. How many people were drafted?
190 something. 12 teams with I don't know how many people per team.
12 teams, yeah. Okay. So 12 teams. So you had
the League division has 14, by the way, because screw symmetry. That's
okay. Why. And you guys are. It's not a keeper league.
No. Nope.
Okay. But still, wow. Jeff Carter went 7th round.
7th round, number 78 overall.
Wow. Huh.
So round 8, Matt Niskanen. Round 9, Kevin Shattenkirk. Round 10, Brian Little. 11th round, Evgeny Kuznetsov. Had to scoop Kuznetsov.
I like that. I like that being that late. That's fine.
Round 12, Brent Seabrook.
Wow.
Yes.
That's interesting. He went that late.
Yes, very interesting. I mean, he's good. He's one of the better all-round fantasy defensemen you can have.
Yes. Yeah. Darcy Kemper, 13. Mikhail Grabovski, 14. Mikko Koivu, 15. And with my last pick, why not? Aaron Ekblad. Let's see what happens.
That's fine.
Overall, apart from the goaltending, it's actually pretty good. That's a
win in Norris, right, Mark?
That's a pretty good roster there. As I said, apart from the goaltending, that's my only concern.
Oliver Ekman Larson is going to win the Norris Trophy,
I'm sorry.
according to EA Sports.
Perfect.
Oh, and and Shamrock's last pick, Robin Lehner.
That's not bad.
That's not too bad.
Not too terrible.
Not
There-
too bad.
and
He had a
there-
down year last year, but I think he can rebound.
So, do you guys want to hear my Cash Money League, which I just drafted, or the one that I drafted for the Face-Off League?
Cash money, homie.
Cash Money, son. That's the big Sean Leahy Cash Money. Cash rules everything around me hockey league. Keeper League, I kept Malkin, Getzlaf, Giroux, Niskanen, Wisniewski, and Halak. Drafted Parise, Kessler, Turris, Huberdeau, Kadri, Phaneuf, Yossi, Zuccarello, Enroth, Enstrom, Gallagher, Foligno, and Goudreau. So that's that team.
Wow, that's a massive team.
That's a big team.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic.
Just a sec. I got just a second.
Oh,
Jeez.
and he's gone.
I had to piss real quick. And then it's fine. These things happen. So and when he gets back, we'll critique the Face-Off League, which I had first overall, and people were accusing me of saying rig, and I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna rig myself where I get the first overall pick and don't pick again until 24.
That's the worst pick in the draft.
It really is. And then I had my kid picking half the team with me, so there's that.
As you should.
So
father, like daughter. Think
exactly
about it.
for the Face-Off team at center, I've got Crosby and Datsuk.
Nice.
Skinner, Molson on left wing, Nyquist, Okposo on right wing, Keith, Suter, Trouba, Jones on defense, Kuznetsov, Huberdeau, Brown on the bench, Rennie, Smith, and Anderson, which I'm really not proud of in nets. So like goaltending could be the weakest on my part too. Just because Mike Smith goes down with an injury, Devin Dubnik's the guy who's all screwed.
Yeah, and Anderson, I was going to say he's in a contract year. He's actually not, but
no, they re-signed him for 3 years because
but,
screw the goaltending for the future. Essentially, is what the Senators are saying. Nah, it's fine.
Yeah, we've got plenty of confidence in Robin Lehner. Don't go anywhere yet, Greg. Just stick to it. No, Anderson's Lehner's our goalie of the future.
Lyle, how do you feel about the World Cup of Hockey coming back?
The World Cup of Hockey, I have no passion towards that whatsoever. I don't think you can beat the Olympics. It's something that the players care a lot more about the Olympics. The World Cup, it's just a cynical move by the league because they don't like, whiny. We don't like shutting our league down for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks in the middle of the season while our best players go off and play, and they could get hurt, and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, no, the reason why they don't like it, I mean, first of all, just to say that you don't like your players participating in the Olympics because they could get hurt, that's a bullshit excuse. Those same players could get hurt playing in the World Cup. Okay, so saying
players could get hurt getting out of bed.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a bullshit excuse.
Wouldn't the World Cup be covered by NHL insurance though? Wouldn't NHL owners be covered by World Cup?
Games? Of course it will. But regardless, I mean, it's a bullshit.
And obviously, you're gonna have the guys like Garth Snow bitching and complaining about what happened to Tavares and stuff like that, and they'd be like, "No, the World Cup's fine because it's early in the year and we can recover from that."
Yeah, no, that like I said, it's a load of BS. The reason why they want to have the World Cup is because the Olympics didn't turn into the big cash grab they thought it would. It's fine. It's fine if you're staging it in North America. Okay. When the Olympics were in Salt Lake and in Vancouver, the NHL loved it. It was great. It was wonderful. But when they were staged in South Korea or in Nagano, in Japan, and in Turin or Italy, and in Sochi, growl, grumble, snarl. We hate this. This sucks. The reason why they don't like it is because it comes on at a weird time. Okay, so they don't get to, sort of the ratings draw from it. The Olympics didn't turn into the big cash cow that they like, so they figured, well, screw that. We'll have our own tournament, and we'll have it right here in North America, and that'll be so much better for us money-wise. And it's like, meanwhile, the players are saying, the Olympics, it's the Olympics. It's the best, They enjoy being part of that whole experience, not just for the hockey standpoint, but the whole the entire experience of it. And I know that the Olympics are, yes, they're supposed to be, an amateur tournament, but let's face it, the Olympics stopped being about amateur sports decades ago. So, you want to have the best athletes in the world participating in sports, like they all like hockey. The best athletes, they are professionals. So, the players would prefer playing in the Olympics, and the only reason why they're trying to drag the World Cup up again is they're hoping that that will be a better ratings grab and will draw more money and draw more viewers, so that then they can have a convenient excuse to say, we don't want to play in the Olympics anymore. That's the whole reason why. That's the whole reason why they're doing it.
It's all money. It's all money. It's profit. It's profitable.
Well, exactly, and it's very cynical. And I know people have made comparisons to, but no, the World Cup would be like the Canada Cup tournaments, And yeah, in the day, the Canada Cup tournaments were great because there was no NHL participation in the Olympics at that time. You still had, the Cold War and the Iron Curtain and all that happy crap. So, I mean, there weren't many European players in the NHL. They were kind of mysterious to we North American fans. And so, yeah, those tournaments took on the feel of what we see in the Olympics nowadays. But, the NHL has changed so much now since then. Where it's very much an international league, where the best players are playing there. It's pointless to stage a World Cup. It's just pointless. All it is, as I said, is just a cash grab. I don't feel any excitement toward it. If they actually stage this tournament, to be blunt, I don't give a shit who wins it. Oh, and Finland won the World Cup. Oh, good for Finland. Oh, Canada won the World Cup. So what? Oh, Team USA won. So what? Don't care. Let them play in the Olympics, and if those teams, the USA won the gold medal in hockey, well, that's a big deal. Finland wins the gold medal in Olympic hockey. Big deal. That's a big deal. World Cup, don't care. Really don't care. I'm sure the hockey will be entertaining. I'll watch it because, of course, I got to follow it because it's my job, but it's not going to have the same feeling for me that the Olympics do or like the old Canada Cup tournaments used to.
I don't know, man. Those South Korea games, that's looking good. With Jim Peck already in, automatic bid because they said they're going to get better in the next 4 years. Go South Korea.
Well, hey, I give it up to Jim Peck, though. Good for him, man.
Oh, yeah. That's just like, hey, I'm here. I'm going to improve this team. IOC's like, sure, have a bid. Don't qualify. We got this covered.
Hey, what the hell? If it's spreading the sport around, if it can, done, I'm all for it.
I just want someone to do a Jason Muzzati, go play in South Korea, get citizenship, and then play for the national team that way.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic. Away we go. Anywho, while Ryan Johansson isn't signing, a whole heck of a lot of other RFAs are signing. Torrey Krug, and then you got your Jaden Schwartzes, you got your all kinds of other people. Of all the RFAs that have signed now, Lyle, who is the most impactful of those, especially coming into the fact that camp was almost wrapping up there?
Oh,
we lose him.
Losing you?
Well,
you losing? Am I here?
You there?
Hello.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we got you, but you can't hear us.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Just you guys froze out there for a second.
It's everywhere. All kinds of technology fun testing. All right, RFAs. Who's the most impactful that have signed?
I would say the Bruins pair of Krug and Smith. They're both going to be key parts of the Bruins this season. Obviously, they want to build on what they accomplished last season, and so I think those ones are the most impactful. Followed very closely by Jaden Schwartz. He's another one that I think is going to have a very good season this season, provided his little holdout doesn't slow things up too much. At least, hey, they didn't lose any part of the season doing this. So those would be the three.
All right, excellent. All right, time for season predictions. Obviously, as we predict 1 week out, 1 week until puck drop. This time next week, we'll be talking about what the hell is going on with Sportsnet's coverage.
What the hell is going on with Sportsnet's coverage?
Hashtag 5.2 billion for this bullshit. I'm pretty sure that's more than.
And they're not going to show those wonderful montages. to open the thing. They're only going to do 12 over the course of the whole season rather than to have what it says. It's just like,
What?
yeah, way to go, Sportsnet. Way to take one of the best things about Hockey Night in Canada, and just chuck it aside. Yeah, don't give the viewers what they like, what they love. Don't give them that. No, we'll take that away from you.
That's how the Capitals choose their jerseys.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, don't give the fans what we want. No, we'll decide because we know better because it's ours. Nah, you will love what we do. We will make you love us. Yeah.
You'll like it because it's different.
Yeah. Don't give the fans what they love. Give them some hackneyed crap that you think you can pass off as being better. Well, we're not buying your crap. So there. But I didn't understand that. Now they say, oh, no, we're going to do, we'll do 12 montages over the course of the season. Well, no. Sorry, I want to see a montage once a week, okay?
I kind of hope that they just show Rocky montages.
And in the playoffs, I want to see a montage before every game, just like we did before. And the guy who does it, his last name's Thompson. I mean, he does a brilliant job. And go over to YouTube and just type in HNIC montage and just sit back and you can spend the whole day if you're a hockey fan just watching that.
And once you weed through all the World Star hip hop montages, that's another HNIC, and that's just racist. But anyway, yeah. But it's funny that they hire everyone else from CBC. Let's not hire this. Let's not give this guy any work to do.
Yeah. And it's not like what he was doing was expensive. I mean, jeez, it was the easiest thing in the world to do. I think honestly, I think it probably might be tied into the fact that CBC keeps its Hockey Night in Canada library. So I think it might be a rights issue, but still, you're Sportsnet, okay? You paid $12 billion for the rights to televise hockey nationally across Canada. Surely to God you can spring a bit for the rights for the CBC Hockey Library, if that's what it is. If that
let's be honest, the way the CBC is going, they'll probably give it up for a song and a dance.
Oh God, yeah, they need the money. It's just like, yes, well, of course, thank you. But I mean, but they said no, we're going to instead we'll replace it with essays. Essay, old man.
What?
Essays. They're gonna have basically it's like somebody's gonna be doing.
Rider.
Yeah, exactly. Conan's gonna be on there talking essays.
It's a good WCW reference.
I appreciate it. It is WCW Day here in the social media verse. But yeah,
so
I mean,
if they have 12 montages, did they overshoot the number of outdoor games that are going to be played this year? Because I feel like they were going one for each outdoor game.
Yeah, and we're only getting 2 outdoor games. I'm very surprised we're only getting 2 outdoor games.
Yeah. Last year we had like 12.
Yeah.
Well, that was because coming back. It was because from coming back from the lockout. That's why they ran as much. We've got to recoup all that lost revenue.
Now listen, I don't know about you, but the Coors Light Cash Grab Stadium Series was probably my favorite part of last year.
The advertising was top notch.
Oh yes.
Hated them all. Chrome jerseys. Enough of you.
Ah.
All right, so as we get going and as we look at the CBC downfall and Rogers Sportsnet going, hey, we'll get the archives for $1.380. We go on to our predictions, and of course, as we all know, we make predictions at the beginning of the year, and by the time November rolls around, we just throw them out and wait till playoffs show up. And then we go from there. So how do you fellas want to do this? Should we pick each division and then pick a champion and then go from there? What are we going to do? How do we feel like doing this? How are you feeling like October 1st as we hit the 1st of October?
No, we can do divisions.
All right, divisions. So,
you guys want to do divisions?
God, I don't even know who's in each division.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
What do we do?
God,
man. Lyle, go. You pick your
Right now, the Caps are phoning in their preseason game tonight, down 6-1 to the Sabres.
Nice. Sabermetrics
yes.
in the house.
It's like we're going to... it's like we're just going to lull you Sabres into a sense of false security, and then when the stuff starts for real, kablam!
All right, how about we do it like this? We do a 4-2-1. You give me your 4 division winners of the regular season. You give me your 2 conference final, or your 2 finalists coming out of each conference, and your Stanley Cup champion.
All right. Here we go. For your frantic Atlantic division,
Mm.
I'm going to say Montreal. I think this is Montreal's year. I think it's the Habs coming out of there. I'm not saying that because I'm a Montreal fan, because you guys know for years and years and years I don't pick Montreal for anything. But
Nope. Except for to break your heart.
Exactly, because they broke my heart so much. But I have a good feeling about this team.
The break of my heart.
You're breaking my heart. So I'm going to say Montreal out of the Atlantic. In the Metropolitano division. Did I say that right? Probably not.
That's close.
Yeah, there's Metropolitano now. Yeah, see. Yeah.
Several different flavors of it.
Yeah. It's a toughie. I'm gonna go out slightly out on a limb here. I'm gonna pick the Flyers for that one.
Wow.
I'm gonna go with the Flyers.
Pennsylvania team no one would expect.
Well, I don't think Pittsburgh's going to have quite the jam this year as they have in last. Doesn't mean that Pittsburgh's going to miss the playoffs or be a marginal team, but I don't see them topping the div.
I'll say
it. John's going to say it.
Too many painful memories. Down to the Central Division and Chicago, that toddling town. Hey, come on, you got it. And I look in the Pacific, and I'm going to go with the Kings. I don't think the Kings are going to be just, we're going to float through the year. I think they're going to play like the champions they truly are, because they have additional offense this time, and I think they're going to be a much stronger team. So that's my picks coming out of the div.
All right, and who you got in the conference? Who you got going to the Stanley Cup, and who you got winning it?
All right, coming out. Okay, I am saying Montreal and Chicago in the original 6 matchup, and Montreal's going all the way this year. I am picking the Habs for the first time. I have a good feeling about this team. I just do.
Got a good feeling about this.
I got a positive vibration.
All right, Mark,
and I feel good about my team too.
There you go. Mark, go ahead.
All right, let's see. I will start with the Pacific just to be different.
Ooh.
I actually, it's been many years coming. I think with the whole transition to the new guard that's about to happen.
I think I know where you're going.
I have a feeling that the Sharks might actually
the Shark
put an entire season together here. I think they're going to come out.
Never say die.
Yeah, they're going to put a season together. They do every year.
Yeah,
they all get together.
It's been debatable.
I
have faith in the Sharks, though.
Johnny with the zing on that. That just struck me really funny. They almost put together a season.
For my
don't put together a playoff one.
For the Central Division, I'm gonna make a little play here for my fantasy team and say that the Minnesota Wild are gonna come out. They're gonna surprise everybody, and they're gonna win the Central Division.
That is a wild prediction.
Backstopped
very
by
wild.
Darcy Kemper.
Taking a walk on the wild side.
That's right. Thomas Vanek is just he's gonna score 300 goals this year.
A record. Be an amazing record.
Yeah.
The interesting part, though, is Vanek's going to score 300 goals in 15 games, and then he won't score the rest of the season.
That's true. You'll never know which games.
Johnny, 2 in a row. Yeah, you are on fire tonight, my friend.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Yes, sir. Well, Johnny usually sits there quietly while everybody else is riffing away, but
he's got to get his jabs in. He doesn't know when he's refereeing on a Wednesday again.
That's true. I won't be here
He's
next
got to
week.
build it up.
Okay.
I'm out next week.
There you go.
Okay.
Going to the Metro Division. Metro Division. This does not look like an impressive division here.
No. It really doesn't, does
not
it?
at all.
No, it really
none of
doesn't.
these teams are really exciting me that much. So it's whoever doesn't screw up, I think, is going to win this division. And I think the Rangers are in position to not screw up as much as all these other teams. So I'm going to go with the Rangers coming out of the Metro Division.
Nice.
And in the Atlantic Division, I got to go Boston. I think Boston they got too much coming back. They've got too much experience. I think they're not gonna mess this up this year and let Montreal take over. So
I don't know. They didn't really improve their speed this year, and that's where Montreal burned them. But hey, no, not saying they're a crappy team. But
yep. So those are my 4 picks coming out of the divisions.
All right, and your conference and champion.
Conference is going to be. We'll see. I could go completely curveball here and completely change it up on you, and say that the Eastern Conference champion is going to be someone that didn't win their division.
ooh.
Well, usually that happens.
Well, show them the curve.
Yeah.
Show 'em
show
the
us,
curve.
yeah, show us the curve. Come on.
Joe Boo can't hit a curveball. You know that.
I could do that, but I'm not going to. It's going to be the Rangers.
Okay.
Giants up on Giants up on Pirates 1-0 in the fourth. By the way.
I'm gonna say Giants up on Padres. That's quite the
that's
swerve.
pa. I knew what I meant.
Steve Garvey not playing well at first base. Mark
Dave got 4-0. My bad. Jeez. Oof.
The wild
4-0
card
at the top of the
baseball
first.
should really
Yeah.
just be picks out of a hat and be like, these 2 teams are playing in the wild cards for the playoffs. The Giants and the Padres. You guys are in.
Go
Guys.
and go.
And
Here's the
go.
diamond. Mark, your Western.
But anyway, sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
Yep. In the West, I think the Sharks are.
Do it.
I think the Sharks. If I'm gonna stick with my guns here, I'm gonna stick with my guns. It's gonna be the Sharks and the Rangers in the Stanley Cup Final.
Oh yes.
And the Rangers are gonna beat them.
Wow.
Oh.
So the Sharks are gonna get there. They're gonna get that close. They're gonna say, "Could they finally do it? Could this be that?" Nope. And then they're gonna pull the
And
rug
then
out.
the ultimate cruelty.
Right out front.
And they won't just get beaten by the Rangers. They'll be swept.
Yep, suck
The
it,
Rangers-
San
No,
Jose.
no, Lyle, no.
No. They'll take a 3-0 series
They're
lead,
gonna
and the Rangers will come back and beat them in the fun.
That's no way to do it.
That's even more. You're right, Johnny. That's even better.
Sharks
That's
That's a swift.
Mark, you cruel bastard. How could you do that to the Sharks? How could you?
As if they haven't suffered enough.
I do like your pick, though, the Wild in the Central, though. They're going to be an interesting team to watch.
They have a lot of offense. A lot of
They-
offense on that team.
They do. The kids are the ones I'm going to be watching. Granlund and Holla, if you hear me, and I know there's more. Niederreiter and Charlie Coyle. See, they start coming once the logjam goes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So there you have it.
Johnny.
Yeah, I think I'm the one that's freezing up some, so I'm gonna have to re-record this tomorrow probably. So let's see, Central Division. I am going to go with St. Louis.
I like that pick.
Good pick.
Yeah, I like the Lunatics.
Exactly. Nelly, shout out.
The
What up?
Pacific Division. I'm gonna go with Anaheim.
Mm.
I like Anaheim again.
Interesting.
in the-
You're picking a couple of teams there that their goaltending is a little questionable.
Yeah, I'm with Mark. I mean, I don't know goaltenders very well, but I do know that goaltenders can get hot. And
Yeah.
if they get hot, hold on. Not for 82 games.
No, but they do have. Each one of those teams though do have young goaltenders though.
Yes,
a couple of
and
good
the
young
young
goalies, so-
goaltenders you don't know how to play against. Just like who was that goalie? Mitch Hedberg. Yeah.
Yep, Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg.
It's the one.
So Metropolitan Division. I am going to go with the Capitals.
Sure.
Throw it out there.
Hey, well, it's like Mark said. It's not exact. Yeah, it's almost like almost anyone can win division.
It's not a great division. I think that the Capitals did well bringing in Peters as a backup, and hope he can play most of the games and he doesn't have to fight for stuff. So the goaltending might be solidified. The rest of it,
It's up to Barry Trotz and God.
yeah, yep. And the Atlantic. I have to go with Boston too. I like Boston. I think that they'll do well this season. So my Eastern Conference finalists, the Flyers,
Ooh.
and the Western Conference finalists, the Los Angeles Kings, And in a fight to see who gets thrown off dry island, I am going to say that the Flyers win the Stanley Cup this year
Perfect.
The Dry Island Series.
in the Dry Island Series.
Well done.
Wow.
Did not see that coming, Johnny.
It's a
Well
swerve.
played, sir.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, that's a true swerve. Well done.
All right. I'm going to go with the Atlantic Division. I'm going to throw it way off here. I'm going to go say Tampa Bay is going to take that division. Just for the sheer fact that their third jerseys are so hideous, they're going to play. We're not as bad as our jerseys look.
And see, speaking as somebody who's been an angry tailor for all of 1 week, I find those jerseys hideous. So
They're terrible. I don't get it.
they're absolutely hideous. Black
By the
again.
way, Johnny, I think everyone's freezing because I've been freezing like a motherfucker up here. So I think it's just Google Plus.
I think
Yeah.
that's just Calgary.
Yeah, well, that's true.
No, it's Google Pro.
Google Plus.
I froze up there too momentarily. So yeah, it's
All right.
the Google sphere.
Darn Google.
I will echo Johnny's sentiments and say the Caps are going to take the metrosexual division. Just because they're fancily dressed.
It's true. They pluck their eyebrows too.
Exactly. The Central Division could be the hardest one for me to figure out.
That's probably the toughest division in the league right now.
For the sheer fact that I want to take the gag pick, and I want to say that Winnipeg's going to get there, but I'm smarter than that. And I also have to figure out who the hell's in the Central.
Go to the NHL.com standings from last season. That's what I did.
You know what? Boy, oh boy. I'm gonna say Dallas is gonna take the Central Division, man. You got all the firepower in the world there, and that doesn't mean they're gonna do jack in the playoffs. It means they're gonna do well in the
regular
season.
Yeah.
So playoffs are to be determined. Pacific, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with you bring the wine and the women, they'll bring a big giant Stanley Cup, and that's the LA Kings.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're going to take the Pacific Division. All things considered, in the conference out east, I am going to go with. Boy, I don't know. I don't know who the hell to pick in the east. But, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the largest of leaps and say the Detroit Red Wings will be representing the East Coast because Detroit is well overdue for a superhero since RoboCop died.
That is true.
That is true.
Out west, I'm going to give a nod to the Anaheim Ducks of the Mighty, and that means that the Anaheim Ducks will win after firing Bruce Boudreau in November. So, that's my pick, Anaheim over Detroit.
That's good.
I like the fact that we all went kind of a different way for most everything.
Yeah.
So, the only thing we have matched up is Johnny and Mark in the Atlantic, me and Johnny in the Metro, and me and Lyle in the Pacific. Ta-da. And that's the end of that chapter. Lyle, do we have any bag of fun goodness?
No, not really. I think I kind of already did that with my little rant about the World Cup. So.
Perfect.
See what you did to me? You said World Cup, and I just.
Yeah, the World Cup is just a fun. I you know what? I want the World Cup to happen, just so people get angry about it.
There's only one World Cup that matters to me, and that's
basketball.
That's the footy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the footy World Cup. So. It's the
What
only
about the
one
World Cup of baseball? Huge numbers for that.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Was it called the World Cup of Baseball? Because I know they changed the basketball one to the World Cup. Baseball, is it still the World Baseball Classic garbage?
Oh, that might be what it's called.
The
I don't know.
baseball
I've
classic.
never watched a game in it.
No. Why waste your time? That's the way I
Well,
look
because
at
it takes 17 hours to finish a game because they're all fighting and there's like Latin dance-offs. It's really weird how that happened.
Isn't that how you? That's how you decide whether or not you're safe at first, right? Latin dance.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's how the managers argue. Instead of kicking dirt, they do a salsa dance in front of the umpire. And when it's deemed that's too sexy, it's too sexy, they get thrown out. There you go.
Oh.
So this is October 1st, and well,
Yeah.
you seem like you're coming down with the sickness there, not in the good way.
No. It's the time of year. My sinuses. The temperatures here go fluctuate up and down this time of year here, so it plays havoc on me sinuses.
Yep. Isn't it the best? Isn't that the greatest feeling when you just feel completely bagged and you don't know why?
I'm taking enough drugs to kill a small horse.
You always do that. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Actually, that's normal for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of sun, I mean, God, you're the one who has to deal with the hell of that during the allergy season.
Pretty much. That's
the
what it
reason
is.
that I have a microphone I can turn off.
That's too, yeah. You just switch it off and away you go. And,
Yeah, this time of year I always start sounding like a cocaine fiend.
I do too, just for the sheer fact that I am doing cocaine.
Yeah,
Just keep that between us.
Yeah, those odd times when he ducks down and says, "Oh, I'm just looking for my paper that fell on the floor, my pen." Yeah,
exactly. It's like, wait a minute, you haven't been writing a damn thing.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Yes.
Just trying to think if there's any other time. By the way, I want to give a shout out to TSN for completely changing their website to make it look like shit.
Oh my God! Isn't that? I'm glad it's not me, just me. That is just. They had a.
No, I
beautifully
love that
functioning website
they
and website
stole our
nowadays.
bit and switched to Tumblr to provide them with web access.
Yeah.
It's not at all hard to navigate whatsoever.
No, not in the frickin' least. You know, I could understand them trying to change up a little bit, but one of the things they did is you know, their players, their players pages, the individual players. That used to be great for scrolling down through and looking through all the transactions, all the injuries that the guy had throughout his career. Like, they went back years, and it's gone now. It's gone as a reference site. Total garbage right now. Total garbage. So boo to TSN, and I don't usually boo TSN because they usually do a good job up here, but that garbage.
I'm booing TSN for not giving up enough money to at least split the pot, and away they go from there. So now they got 5 channels, and 4 of them are showing the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, just like Sportsnet East, Sportsnet West, Sportsnet Central. No, we just show regional stuff, and yeah, half the time it's all national.
It's all just
wall
staggered.
to wall and treetop tall.
I shall also boo TSN then.
Yes, just boo
them.
Just cause. Boo earns.
Boo that man.
Boo that
him.
man. Booyah!
All right. Well, if you don't have anything else, I think you are free to go, sir.
Alrighty. Well,
Pack
hey.
yourself a week and get yourself
Yeah.
prepared.
Yes, next week, my friends, the season begins.
That's right.
I will try to get excited while I'm in the middle of watching baseball playoffs. As I'm sorry, October is the one time of the month when hockey takes a back seat.
Go Orioles.
We'll see how it goes. If the Orioles are eliminated by this time next week, we won't do
Yeah, then we'll just
we won't care.
Yeah.
You can go ahead.
I will continue to go ahead.
personally
I don't have a dog in this fight at all this year. There's no Sox, there's no Jays, so yeah, I'm looking at underdogs. So
got the Expos though. The Expos are in it under the guise of the Nationals.
under the guise of the Nationals, yeah. How does that work for you guys though? But I mean, yeah, you don't transfer allegiances, do you? You know, you're O's fan, you stay O's.
Some people did.
Really?
Some people did. Yeah, in a big
Yeah.
way.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
some people that were closer to DC. I mean, it's
Well, okay, I can see that, but I
the
mean,
Nationals
yeah,
became their team when
yeah, you guys are Maryland, so obviously you're gonna stick with your team.
I will say, yeah. I mean, we were Orioles fans our whole lives, so we're staying
Oh,
with
of
the
course,
Orioles.
it makes sense. That's
I will say that if I ever hear about a 95 series again, it will be too soon. Because everybody is fucking
the Battle of the Beltway, John?
Orioles and Nationals in the World Series. Fuck that. God. Just let them play baseball. Damn it.
yeah.
If
What
that
about
were to
that?
happen, they'll play all the games at Prince George Stadium in Bowie as a neutral site.
As they should. They'll be
Yeah.
playing all the games at Bowie Bay Sox Stadium.
That'd be great. And go from there.
Mhm.
Real quick, Lyle, before we do let
Yes.
you go, Ryan Johansson, will he be signed by the time we get on air next week?
I'm still gonna say no. I don't think they're quite there yet. Don't
So-
think they're quite there yet.
So Lyle is picking Couch.
Yes,
As we
for
are
once
to
I'm
do-
picking Couch.
So there you go. It's taking Mark's bit, and then Couch has been selected.
How dare you?
That's what you get for sticking the blade into the Sharks.
That, and also the stabbing your goaltending as well.
Yes, that too. It's a rough week for you, Mark. I'm sorry.
It'll be rough for the Sharks.
Since you put the curse on
That's not good for you. It should be easy for the Sharks. Because if it's rough for the Sharks, then you're screwed.
Bow.
I know.
Alrighty. Talk to you next week,
Lau,
guys.
We'll talk to you next week.
Have a great
Hey,
week, fellas.
yeah. 5.2 billion. Here we go. Lau Richardson, SpectorsHockey.net, HockeyNews.com, BleacherReport.com, with PI, Guardian, EI, Island, Edward. There we go.
Scissor hands.
Is there anything we didn't get to? Because you guys obviously got to injuries.
We talked about injuries. We talked about EA Sports.
Mhm.
There was one more thing, I think.
The SI covers.
Yes, we didn't talk about that.
Okay. Well, they got the 3 different covers. It's got Ovechkin and Adam Jones, which is funny considering Baltimore and Washington. You got TJ Oshie and Adam Wainwright, and then you've got Mike Richards and Clayton Kershaw on another one in LA. So
I thought it was Kopitar or Richards.
one of the two. I don't know which. I was tripping myself over either it was Richards or Kopitar. Maybe Richard. I don't know. It's somebody in LA
It's
who's
definitely a king.
It's definitely a king, and it's definitely Clayton Kershaw, I think, or maybe UCL
Yes.
Puig. I don't know. Whatever.
It is
Eric
Kershaw.
Karros. Eric Karros.
Eric Karras, nice.
It's a good drop right there.
Well done.
So yeah, that's fun and exciting. If you want to pick it up, then I don't know where. Pick it up wherever magazines are still sold.
Target.
Target. Hit it
Maybe.
with Target. All right. Well, if we got nothing else, then I guess we can wrap it up now. Cause it feels weird, but yeah, I slept through the first hour and a half. Hour.
Half hour.
I'm still sleeping right now. Still partially asleep.
You're just
Alright,
going to go back to sleep, aren't you?
Probably, yeah. I'm gonna freaking just crash because I'm just dead. So Johnny, hit us with the shoutouts then, brother.
I have a shout out to
That was
the
quick.
my games taper off for the rest of the season. I think I only have like 10 games left for the rest of the season. So pretty awesome. I've made it through the 6 weeks of running my ass off. I have lost at least 10 pounds
Nice.
since soccer season started. So that's fun. I have a shout out to DC United. Going to see first place in the East, DC United versus Sporting Kansas City on a Friday night at the RFK, which incidentally is the first night that the Nationals play in the playoffs, which means it's going to blow goats trying to get to RFK Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I have a shout out. I won't be here next week. So a shout out to the hockey season starting. And I have a shout out to Wyclef. I know we're still a month away, but I'm looking forward to Wyclef coming back.
Thank God. Thank God he's back. We need Wyclef more than ever.
It's for the kids.
It is for the kids. I thought it was Wu-Tang. Whatever.
It works.
All right, sounds good. Is that it for you, Johnny?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. Mark?
Give a shout out to the O's. Playoff baseball. It's coming up tomorrow night. Orioles and Detroit Tigers. Detroit sucks. Detroit just sucks. That's all I really wanted to say. Shout out to, I don't know, I think that's about it. I don't really have anything else. Hockey next week. Hockey is back. Exciting times.
Beautiful.
And I think that'll do it.
Sounds-
That'll be it for me. That's it.
Sounds good. Shout out Mr. Mike's Casual Steakhouse, Airdrie, fun times had by all, and probably partially why I'm a little under the weather this week. Shout out to Johnny and Mark for covering my tuchus, as they are to do when I sleep late. Shout out to Demos. Shout out to Chocolate Stanley Cups, because why not? Why not, Pop? Anything else? We got a new dog too, so shout out to the dog. So we got a nice little new mascot in the house. So that's fun. Good times had by all. All right, that's it. That's all. I'm gonna go back to sleep. For Johnny P, Mark of the Sea, I'm Scotty Wise. Take care of yourself and someone else. But Face Off Hockey Show on faceoffhockeyshow.com, which is also our Tumblr. Check us out on the Facebook FOHS Radio, and check us out on the Twitter Face Off HCKY Show. But until next week, when hockey finally officially starts up, as we're doing the show. Until then, peace.